I'm seeing a transport deploying more tanks at Panessa Studios. I've warned GCPD to pull their men off the streets.
I'm heading there now.
Come in, all units. This is Commissioner Gordon. We have numerous hostile tanks deployed across the city. Gotham is under attack. I want everyone off the streets and back to GCPD. We're not equipped to deal with what's out there. Thank God there's someone who is.
Tell your men they can resume their patrols. Tanks have been dealt with.
Thank God. Let's hope they were the last.
Don't count on it. I need the isolation chamber prepped at the GCPD lockup. I'm bringing in Ivy.
Batman. Bring her down to the lockup on the lower level.
What the hell? Hold your fire! It's Batman! What is that thing? You kidding me? I thought we were under attack.
Any progress with the fear toxin analysis?
It's gonna take a little while longer. Drop by the clock tower when you're ready, and I'll show you what I've got so far.
Who taught you to drive?
Scarecrow's gonna break you, Batman.
Honestly, why do you even bother with these meat sacks?
Civil unrest? There's a war on the streets. We don't have the manpower or the equipment.
Well, look who it is.
Ivy. Well, that's one less thing to worry about.
Is the isolation chamber ready?
Glad you're putting it to good use.
Oh good, another cell. You feel safer now that I'm all locked up?
Reality of the situation.
Locking me up is a sign of desperation, Batman. I can see it in your eyes. You're afraid.
On the streets will do everything in their power to make sure it stays.
Why do you waste your time helping these pathetic creatures? So primitive compared to plant consciousness.
Each and every one of you will be commended when this is over.
It was Harley who broke me out of that police cell in Bloodhaven. Why don't you try arresting her?
Officers right here at this precinct. I want a minimum of
4 guys on the roof.
Come on. After what happened with Protocol 10, I wouldn't be surprised if that driver sues us. And wins. Rachel? Can you hear me?
If you ask me, we should use some of these weapons instead of letting them gather dust.
Might even things up a little.
God knows we could use the help.
Are you okay? Honey? Honey, you still there? Damn it.
We're moving as fast as we can.
Half the rioters out there have gas masks. Don't they watch the news? Scarecrow's toxin passes through anything.
Okay, gonna run through this one more time so we're clear. Priority 1, we're here to save lives. And it starts with the lives of your fellow officers right here at this precinct. I want a minute.
This elevator's locked down, Batman. Only way in or out is through the parking garage.
Do not attempt to approach the rioters, you hear me? You're gonna get yourself killed.
Guys and the Batman. We have outlying patrols searching for Scarecrow in Bristol, Kingston, Drescher, Otisburg, and Port Adams. We've got a half dozen choppers patrolling the skies. Make no mistake, we are not...
I've got men searching as we speak. There's not a whole lot I can do about that. Why don't they bill me when it's over? Screw you. Damn bureaucrats. We're on our own.
We can handle it, Jim. What's the latest?
We've got incidents cropping up all over the city. Cash, give us a rundown.
All right, let's see. First up, we've lost contact with the fire crew from Station 17. We've got their last known coordinates, but they're not going to survive out there on their own for long. Then there's this. It's a strange one. Body turned up. We didn't have long to look before the evacuation, but the forensics boys seem freaked out. Real nasty. Also, we've had several sightings of the Riddler creeping around the train yard. Knowing that guy, he's got to be up to no good.
Look, I know you're busy, but anything you can do to help is going to save lives.
Don't worry, Jim. I have someone working a lead on Scarecrow. I'll see what I can do.
Good to hear. I've got a skeleton crew searching Gotham South and West. I'm gonna join him when I'm done here. We're gonna find that son of a bitch. Fernandez, it's Gordon. Give me an update. Okay. After you finish searching the docks, I want you to... link up with Michaels.
I'm going to investigate that crime scene. If there's a serial killer in town, I'll find them.
Good luck out there, Batman.
Per your request, I've created a series of diagnostic simulations to test the various functions of the suit and Batmobile.
We don't have time. Go in pairs. Watch your backs. If you spot something, call it in. This ain't the time to be a hero.
Never seen him up close before.
Yep, poor bastard. He ain't gonna be able to live with himself when he finds out what he did in that diner.
He's gonna lose his badge for sure.
Owens is a good cop. Lives for the job. He don't deserve this.
Stop!
Run through this one more time so we're clear. Priority 1, we're here to save lives. It starts with the lives of your fellow officers right here at this precinct. I want a minimum of 4 guys on the roof at all times, and a 6-man element...
You seen Owens out in the cell? Scarecrow's gonna release that on the whole city? We're finished.
Guys and the Batman. We have have outlying patrols searching for Scarecrow in Bristol, Kingston, Drescher.
One vial of Titan formula. One set of wind-up explosive false teeth. One stuffed bear and a canister of Titan formula. One freeze ray, used by Mr. Freeze, a.k.a. Victor Freeze. We, had to stop playing with this after the commissioner called us.
October 15th. Still no sign of the preacher. No record, nothing.
Hey, Batman! I guess Scarecrow gave you the slip. You broke my wrist for nothing! He's got plans for you, Oh!
I just keep waiting for something bad to happen. And then I realize it already has.
Batman, just want to say it's good to have you on board.
This thing's had a serious upgrade.
Air support saw it turn into some kind of tank.
Nice.
Don't get too close. He's here. Back up.
What's the lead on that fire crew? We know where one of them is, right?
Good evening, Mr. Wayne. I hope the car's performing to your high expectations.
Actually, Lucius, she's a little sluggish.
I had a feeling you'd say something like that. Give me a few moments, and I'll bring the afterburner function online.
Thanks, Lucius. It was good of you to stay behind.
You want to thank me, Mr. Wayne? Just try not to hurtle off the road. I should have some more upgrades ready soon.
He's on our tail! I want that thing!
Remnants of Gotham, I have messages for you all. To the vandals who stayed behind to pick the still warm flesh from Gotham's bones. Have your fun. You are under my protection. To the cowards quaking behind the police department's walls, you will not be spared. And to Batman, I have already won. Emptied your city with a vial of toxin and a few threatening words. That's how little the safety you provided was worth. And when the dawn comes, when Gotham lies in ruin and I turn my gaze to the world beyond, the legend of the...
Alfred, I found the mutilated body Cash was talking about. I'm going to try and establish a cause of death. Blood tests reveal the cause of death was an overdose of painkillers leading to cardiac arrest. Also, the victim's fingerprints have been burned off with acid.
A rather unsavory demise.
That's not all. It's as though the subject's DNA has been corrupted somehow. There's insufficient information for me to cross-reference the database. I'll have to use the deep tissue scanner to analyze the body for distinguishing features and determine the victim's identity.
Right you are, sir.
The victim had a hip replacement. Scar tissue hasn't fully healed, so it must have been recent. A wedding ring in the lower intestine. The inscription reads, Ophelia. Deformity on the left ear. Looks like a result of minor ear agenesis, a birth defect. Alfred, the victim's name is Anthony Lund. Hospital records show he suffered with alcoholism, most probably brought on by the breakdown of his marriage. The name on the ring, Ophelia, his ex-wife. He was last seen in Albuquerque, New Mexico. What's unusual is that they didn't go missing in Gotham. They were brought here and killed. Why? We need to track down whoever did this.
Might I suggest keeping an ear out for any more of...
You